Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Diamond Lounge. You hear me, your host, Donnie C.
And your boy Scrap. Look.
Why is your seat so low for real? What's going
Oh, shit.
We switched out last time. I can't even take you serious right now.
Like I'm sitting on a creek.
Look, I'm going to have to sit up or something. Make your back. Make your back straight. Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
But anyway.
Well, y'all always hug me.
How do I hug you? I can't tell it's not your height.
Look at that. Little man.
Well, don't have the little man syndrome. But anyway.
I am average height for a man.
Are you?
Yes.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Is that the average height?
Yes.
You are not 5'9".
I am 5'9". Don't try to discredit me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna let you have it. Maybe you are 5'9". I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah, I am.
Alrighty. So today we have a hot topic segment, and the reason why I wanted to do that because you were pushing back the whole buy back the block segment because we getting we just had something happen just this week that is just too flaming not to discuss right now, especially because we're not gonna be here next week. So we needed to go ahead, or at least I wanted to go ahead and just touch on that because, like I said, it just feelings got elevated, and people are passionate about this
social
case.
media outrage.
Yes, big time. And I don't know how you feel about it, so I wanted to bring it to the table. So, if you have been following the Botham Jean case, and the Amber Geiger case. So that is a case where the woman walked into the man's studio. Oh, and I'm sorry, before I start, if you are following us, if you're watching us, especially on Facebook Live, please tag 3 friends, start a watch party so we can really get this discussion going. But anyway, that is a case where a female cop, she came into the man's home. She said she had just got off, I don't know, some crazy shift or whatever, 18, I don't know, anyway. But she mistakenly went into the wrong home, and she shot the man who lived there because she said she thought he was an intruder in her home, and she shot and killed him. And I heard the jurors say that what made them, I guess, like instantly convict her was the fact that she said she shot with the intent to kill. And so that meant they just took that as, okay, well, you're guilty then. Because, but her whole thing was she trying to play self-defense at first? I think, was it?
Man, because you said somebody, he was coming towards her or something.
Yeah. But it's in his home. You came in his home.
You in his home, but he coming towards you, so you just feel like.
But anyway.
But I thought when that story first came out that they saying she had went out drinking and all that stuff too.
Did they? See, I missed that part.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Somebody quote me.
I could have sworn she came off a work shift.
I know they would say, yeah, but I thought they were saying something about that she had came from drinking too. But I don't know. Somebody correct me. I'm just saying when it first came out.
Mm-hmm. You could be correct. I don't know. So about that part, this is my first time hearing about that.
Well, I don't know. Do I say correct me? I could be talking about another loss.
It's unfortunate but you could be talking about somebody else. So, but point blank period. So they won. I mean, not the one. So this went to court, went to trial. She got and the jury. I want to identify or point out what that jury consisted of, because this to me in itself was kind of monumental. So the jury consisted of 5 Latinos, 5 Latino or Asian jurors, 5 black jurors. Why am I not jurors? 2 white jurors, and overall it was pretty much a young jury. This case also had a black judge and black bailiffs, even though I don't know why that really part matters, but it was, it was very.
You thought it was sympathized to the moment because of.
It's very culturally diverse.
Yeah.
And it was culturally diverse, I guess, kind of leaning more on the African American side. So, a lot of people felt like that makeup was fair, and they were probably, they were happy about that.
So we thought it would get it just due.
Yeah. So it goes to trial. She gets found guilty. It seemed to me like a very short deliberation with the jurors are I don't know, I'm not that much in the court.
So by being with just like a few days, and
was it even a few days? Like it's like the trial was just a few days, and then they deliberated like instantly.
and everybody was like
guilty.
Yes.
So yeah, everybody was excited about that. Like okay, but
until they came with the,
because they were like, wait, hold up.
then they were like, what the fuck?
You gotta wait for the sentence to see what's really gonna happen. And then when that came down, she got 10 years. People were mad about that. That was just the tip of the iceberg. So they mad about the fact that she got 10 years. That wasn't enough time. That's debatable, I guess.
Yeah, because give or take good behavior, you be out within what, a few years? What, no more than 5 probably, and
pretty much.
so really a slap on the wrist.
Okay.
So
but I think what really, really angered people was the actions of the brother after the sentencing. And I'm gonna go ahead and show that clip and let it speak for itself. I did condense it because his whole time on the stand, his whole I don't know what they call it, because this wasn't him testifying or witnessing or anything. He had nothing to do with the sentencing and her jail time whatsoever. This is what he stated after all that was said and done. He got to make a statement, and so I did condense it just a little bit because it's like a 5-minute clip, so to speak. So I just want to get a snippet of basically the basis of what has people so outraged. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that clip real quick.
Say, roll it.
I'm not gonna say anything else. I think giving your life
Can y'all hear it?
would be the best thing that both of them would want you to do. Again, I love you as a person, and I don't wish anything bad on you. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes. Okay. All right. And sorry about that. So at the beginning of the clip, he stated that when he was saying the best thing for you to do, he was saying is to give yourself to Christ, give your life to Christ. That's the best thing for you to do. So people are highly upset about this in the Black community. Extremely. I always go to you first. Men lead. What is your take on the scenario?
Well, far as that, you can't expect everybody to react a certain way that you will.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's something I wouldn't have done. I guess that's his way of finding his peace with the whole thing or whatnot. So I can't blame him, for that. Even though you can't be mad about it, like how can you sit there and someone who's intentionally killed your family member?
You said you can be mad about it?
I say even though you're mad about the situation. But if that's his way of having peace with the whole thing, you can't be mad about him. That's the way he give his forgiveness, his peace. Mm-hmm. You can't be mad at him about that. I can understand about the outrage about it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I can't blame you for dealing with things how the way you would deal with it. Mm-hmm. I can't get upset with you about that. So, but the thing is when the judge too capitalized on hugging. You know what I'm saying? I think the judge got caught up in the moment because of what the dude done. I'm just just on the outside looking in. Like, okay, he did it. She already was crying when he doing it. So you see her, got the napkin, trying to wipe her face, and I just thought she just caught up in the moment. But you should have yourself on a higher pedestal to where you have to be. You can't be, interacting with. With the case and stuff like that. So you can't put yourself emotionally attached to that kind of situation either.
And I get you what you're saying with that, but okay, so the judge She ended up hugging the woman because she went to go share a scripture or a Bible. I don't know. I watched her whole interaction also. So she went to go and read a Bible verse to the woman, and I guess kind of pray over her, which yes is very abnormal.
Yeah, out the norm.
That's very outside the norm. And in the midst of her doing that and praying for her, and I guess trying to encourage her of making it through this time, whatever, she the woman Amber reached up to hug her, and she embraced her back. Now, like that whole, well, you know what?
But, but is that even normal to even? But like you say, if she gonna do that, she should do that in the chamber or something like that, not out in the open for the world to see.
But judges always, in their own right, show mercy or some kind of compassion if that's what they feel moved to do. That's why, like, you get people that get sentences that are nothing or garbage or trash, like the
yeah, but the physical.
Oh, actually, but that's the thing. Like, I've never seen it go that far.
That's the thing, because I think it would have been like, even with the other officer that was doing
and she was also trying to comfort her. Yeah.
Even with that, I think even if the judge was white and the officer was white, it still would have been a problem. It still would have been a problem. I just think since it would made it more of an outrage is because
they're all black?
Because now it's black. Like I say, it still was. It would have been people still saying having a problem with the situation, but now since it's black people doing it, it intensifies at times 10. Like
1,000. The people are mad.
But I'm like, what they like now? It's like, hold on, what the fuck? Time out. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are y'all consoling this person who just killed someone wrongfully in his own apartment because you thought he was using yours, whatever the case may be, which I still don't understand. I don't give a fuck how similar all the apartments are and all that. You know your fucking apartment when you in there. Mm-hmm. True. you know your place of living. I don't care what the it ain't nothing ring. They're like, hold on, this ain't motherfucking.
But see, so I'm saying, so besides all that though, it's the fact that people just upset at the compassion after the fact.
Yeah, I think people would have been upset anyway, just by it being a black people that's compassionate to her, it intensified the whole situation.
But then it turned it into a whole people turn on religion, like, and it turned into
the Christian way and all that stuff and whatever.
It's BS and is passed down from the masters, and you forgiving these white people. I like it. Really, it just became so divisive.
But everything always gonna turn be racial because of even that. If it was vice versa, it would have been still racial. Yeah, if it was a black man that came in, that was that walked in her apartment and did the same thing, he would have got 25 or whatever.
But my thing is this though: how can you attack a religion that? Okay, first of all, it's like, how can you attack a religion because the religion itself speaks on forgiveness and love? And I'm not saying I'm strong enough to be that person that you kill my loved one and I'm gonna be like, I forgive you, I love you, I don't want you to, I'm not Paul. Okay, that's some Paul stuff.
No, that's too
right there.
That's too forgiving. No, I said I can't blame him for being a strong enough person to.
And that's what I'm saying. But that is something that is stated, as a Christian, if you are a believer, that's supposed to be your way. You are supposed to get to that level, and not to say, I mean, he took it, I guess, one step further, because not to say that you're supposed to, I guess, hope or wish that those people don't get any kind of punishment or whatever for their wrongdoing, but you are supposed to be able to be forgiving. He's very extremely strong and courageous if that's something that he can really state and do and feel in his heart right now. Like I said, I would love to say I could be that way, but think about my child out there.
Yeah,
I can't say I would, but I'm also not saying that's right of me if I'm a believer, And so I just don't understand how can you get so angry at the thought of forgiveness?
Yeah, don't say God forgives. I don't.
Thank you.
But so that's no. So that's why I say
you're supposed to forgive.
That's why I say I can't blame him for reacting that way, because in a perfect world, that's how I use
That's how
you supposed to be.
Remember those? What would you do? What would Jesus do? Bracelets.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus would do.
So that's why I say I can understand people being mad, but I wouldn't been that mad at him because that's the way him finding peace with the whole situation. Then hey, so be it. It's just now that the judge on top of it.
But even
officer, so it's just all like a perfect storm. Put it like that. All these falling in place to like, God damn, this another officer killed another black person.
But this officer got punishment. Like, it might not be to the degree. I'm not saying that. Yeah. It might not be to the degree that we would have liked or most people would like to see. But justice was served to some extent. She was found guilty. Mm-hmm. She did get sentenced to some kind of time. Like, she's not like one of these officers where they didn't even indict, so they didn't even go to trial and all that. Like, this went through the process.
In a rare case, she did get found guilty. So, because everybody else get
nothing
let off.
They don't go trial.
And then another thing, but then the thing too that I had seen, because like I said, I thought that's what I seen about the out drinking after the shift. I don't know, but that I say correct me if I'm wrong. But they were saying something about she was looking at her phone and she got sidetracked by the text she was having from reading from. Somebody had sent her a text message or something like that she was involved with or something. And she was sidetracked by reading the text message when she was walking into the apartment or something like that. Now this for a fact, I seen this the other day. So I know for a fact, but I'm talking about the drinking part, that was when it first happened. So my mind could just not be just too clear on that. But I seen this the other day about that. That she was reading her phone or something about this, that it was deleted messages and all this shit.
But are they saying were they saying that? No, the deleted message was trying to show she was racist.
But yeah, about the that's what I'm saying. I ain't talking about that part. But I'm just saying about the deleted messages. They were saying all this was in the same thing. They talking about the deleted messages, and she saying something about she was sidetracked by some message she was reading from somebody else that she was involved with. So that's just at the time she was entering the apartment or some shit like that.
But that kind of goes for her defense, like that kind of proves that she wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, but I'm sitting there saying like, what kind of fucking message was that?
You like, how deep was that message?
Yeah, like damn, was it a dick pic or some shit? Like goddamn,
nobody want that. She wasn't that distracted by a dick pic.
But I'm saying, what type of message that was for her to be distracted? I'll put it up after the show. I don't know what type of message that was for her to be distracted to where she didn't know what place to be and she was at.
I don't know about all that, but all I'm saying is I just don't get the whole just outrage at religion, this outrage at these other people. This brought him peace. Like you said earlier, it brought him peace. It brought him some kind of understanding. That's I think people don't really understand. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's for you.
It's about what we all do.
But it's not even about that person. Like him not forgiving her or whatever. If he forgave her or not, it ain't about her. It's about the peace within that you get from it. That's the gift of forgiveness. It's your own personal gift. And because you got people like going back to old dude from When They See Us. His father gone and passed, whatever. He still to this day is harboring all that hate and anger and unforgiveness, and plenty of people, like, I completely understand. I wouldn't be able to forgive either, but look how much pain it's causing him. Mm-hmm. Look at all the grief and the hate and hatred and the hurt that he is dealing with because he can't forgive. It's not an easy thing, but it's for you. So I don't know why people got so angry at the thought or idea that, oh my God, you forgave her, what the hell is wrong with black people? This was wrong with us. We always forgive white people. But it's like, that's for you.
Because everybody expect you to react like how you would. Like I said, I can't blame it. Like, even when I seen it, I was like, what the fuck you doing? They're like, oh, hell no. I wouldn't have did no shit like that. But it's not enough for me being, let me make a post. Let me, what I'm saying, let me do all. It's like, it ain't enough for me for that because I'm like, okay, I'm not in his shoes. If this is his way of dealing with things, that's him. I can't blame him for what he doing because that really is the right way for you to do. I wouldn't react that way.
Like, okay, so I saw someone who made a post talking about, why do black folks always have to forgive? You never hear I'm sorry before the violence. Well, I mean, that don't even make, to me, I'm like, that sounds so backwards. Like, you're not gonna, who apologizes before if they really meant it? Who apologizes before doing the action if they really meant the sorry? You don't want to hear sorry before someone does it, but it's just this one saying, I'm like, it just got so absurd to me. Like, y'all are so pissed because someone chose to forgive as opposed to staying angry and mad. That serves you in no kind of way. No. What does I mean? If he would have get up there and just like, I hate you, I hope you die, and I'll always hate you. Oh, I'm still because I'm gonna hold on this rest of my life.
That would make the public feel better.
But what would it do for
time, him? He be still.
He exactly.
Be like, that ain't really what I wanted to say,
But no, but even if he did say that, he really felt like have you ever just been angry at somebody?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? I'm serious. Like walking around with that. What does that make you? How does that make you feel? Like whenever you see them,
you think about it 24/7.
Exactly. That's why
I'm still pissed off about shit now that I still think about from time to time.
Let it go.
That fucking happened 5 years ago, but I'm still
let it go.
No, I can't. but that don't get that anger. It weighs on you. You know what I'm saying? It causes stress.
It does. It harms you.
So. So that was, like I said, that was his way of dealing with it. I can't sit there and be just in an outrage to where I'm like, fuck wrong with him. To like I say, well, if I am mad, I was mad and I kept it to myself. And even if I did discuss with somebody, like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. But it wasn't enough for me to be public about it. Because
and he even came back and later stated that he didn't realize he was doing it in front of for the world to see. He thought that's what I'm saying. Like when he made a statement, it was after the case was done. He thought cameras were off. Like they asked him, that they want to have the whatever, and so he went and spoke only on his behalf.
Cameras never off.
Exactly.
Cameras never off, baby.
Off.
Everywhere.
But he thought it was over, so he thought he was just speaking to her or the people in the courtroom. So, I mean, that might not make it any better in anyone else's eyes, but all I'm saying is...
But even if it did, so fucking what? Like I say, the thing is the judge and the officer, especially the judge...
The judge probably... She
didn't make it no better.
She didn't make it any better. And I will say this. I feel like, because someone had said that she's a deaconess or something in her... She's something, in the church. And I will say this, that maybe it was that was what was moving her to do what she did, her religion. Again,
like I say, they caught up then to what he done.
Yeah.
So like I say, because she already crying. And I think she more crying because of the guy.
Probably so.
Because of the way she see what his heart was. I think she was caught up in his moment.
But see,
and it led her to like I said, to what she did. But she got to separate herself from the case. You can't be emotionally tied into. But
wouldn't you want? But see, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you, if you were on trial, if you had a family member on trial, all this when people always talking about free Pookie or whatever, when they did the crime and they know they committed the crime and they still be wearing his t-shirts and free my whoever, right?
Exactly.
When you want that, that's when you want a judge like that. You want them to have a judge that is compassionate.
No, even if, like I say, it been a lot of judges compassionate to where, like you say, with the sentencing.
She went extra and above and beyond.
But that is where you're supposed to draw a line. All right, you're going to be compassionate. All right, did it from the sentencing. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. And then people are outraged at that. But now, then you...
But I'm sure there's a case somewhere in the history where the judge came down and still spoke to the defendant in some kind. I'm sure probably it's just the fact that this was
now you hugging
this highly publicized case.
Yeah, because it's more like, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have gave you this time. That would it looked like in everybody else's eyes.
And that's the thing. I don't even think she said that. Like I said, I was trying to listen hard. She was kind of like, pray through this, get through this, whatever.
Yeah, because she go. Well, it depends on where she gonna be in jail. But like I say, she'll slap on the wrist because a few years she'll be out.
Maybe so. We'll see. Jail might turn her out. See what happens. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know if our time changed and maybe we didn't advertise enough. It's affected our people from listening. So I see Miss Wilkins, and she said they knew each other in some kind of way. That's news to me. I don't know if they did or not. I guess she's saying Amber and the family, or Amber, they knew each other in some kind of way.
Well, they probably could be. Well, hold on. How the hell? If that was the case, she would have knew him, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't maybe, but then again, maybe that's how she ended up going to the wrong apartment because I don't know.
How?
Look, I don't know. Like I
Because that
can't.
case, if she was walking up, I'm like, hold on, goddamn, my door locked. Whatever.
And she had he had a red rug or something like. I mean,
put it
it's
there
to
like,
me.
oh, boy, daddy shot your ass, boy. What the fuck you doing in my apartment? This mine, girl. You know wrong.
You know, they did show a video of a dude. I think he was. I don't know if he was an officer or what, but he was a dude walking to like a surprise party. I don't know if you saw that. Where they were getting ready to surprise him, and they were like yelling surprise. He was ready to pull. He's like, oh, he put it back real quick.
I didn't see that.
But anyway, it can't. I don't know. Look, I don't know where her mind frame was. I don't know if it was on accident. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know, whatever. All I know is she went to trial. She got sentenced. You know, we may not like it. It may not be long enough in our eyes. But it is what it is at this point. And I don't see why wanting that man. And I'm really more so talking about him as opposed to the judge, because the judge, that could be seen as, you know, conflict of just in your position.
Yeah,
as a
because
judge.
they probably sit there and be like, that has something to do with the
sentencing and whatever.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but I don't know. So I don't know about. But I'm
be
saying
like,
as far as
they still taking up for each other. Look at it. It's all
because they were showing how she was backed by the police department and all that kind of stuff. See, and that's like I said, that's another topic.
But backed by the police department, okay. So what? Just like how you said, if what our people do crime, we still backing our people. So that's what you expect them to do. Just like
it might be, yeah.
So,
I didn't think about it like that, but yeah.
So they own clique, they own family, so they gon' back each other, you know, like they supposed to. Even if they have to do a statement, statement gonna be to reflect it to where they backing her and not sympathizing with the victim. Just the same with us. If we want our family members or friends caught up in some shit, we gonna back our friend no matter how wrong they was in the situation. So that's just whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame them for that.
Can't blame them for that.
Nah.
But
well, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Shit, people may not agree with me, but I know.
People get mad at you too.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
But that's why I was saying, I'm like, I guess that, you know, just when it comes to religion, it's like you just really can't win. Like, because if you live the way you're supposed to and live in a forgiving way, you get ridiculed for that. And if you
even like they say, what the officer that got killed a couple of weeks ago or something like that, a week or so ago, that had got shot in the back, like, you know, and
wait, in the Black Lives Matter? Who?
No, got shot in the back.
Oh,
he had turned his back and walk off and.
What was his name again? You talking about here, right?
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot his name. You know, like
I can't.
Even though he a police officer, get wrong, I was pissed off at that. I was like, nah, like you could have just ran to some shit. Like, why you even took that man away? Because he imposed no threat to you. It was one of those cases where he was whooping your ass and you was defending yourself and all that shit. He was going back to his car. And I got a little backlash for that. Like, man, fuck you.
You got backlash?
Yeah, it was just the discussion we was having with it was a couple of friends of mine. And they were like, oh, wow, man, you defending the law, man. I said, no, I ain't. I said, I got a cousin who is law. I'm looking at that as that could have been my cousin who wasn't even doing shit. But going back to his car, running your fucking driver's license, or whatever the case may be.
But see how crazy that sounds, though?
And you took it upon yourself to, just because you already violating parole or some shit. Fucking just go run. Shit, get your burn off. Whatever the case. You had to take that man's life.
Did they catch that person?
Yeah, they caught his ass soon after he did it.
Oh, okay, good.
But I'm just like saying how stupid motherfuckers is. And the guy who shot him, he ain't black or anything. I think he was white or some shit like that. Mexican white or some shit like that or whatever. But I'm like, it was stupid. Like now, just for going to jail a couple of more years for violating, now you're not getting out because of.
Now, but just imagine if he was a black man that did that, and he and this went to the trial, whatever. Just can you imagine the outrage that would happen if he got sentenced, even though he shot this man in the back? Can you imagine how mad? That's what I'm like. Sometimes black people, my people, I
turn
love.
our angle to the wrong shit.
Yeah, I'm like I love us, I really do. But sometimes we can't always just try to divide along color lines on every little thing, especially when you when it's to our detriment. I guess when it's that's not helping us. Like, I don't see how that's helping. When it's to
what detriment mean? Hold on, you lost it. I was following you, goddamn. I was with you. We was here.
We about to end. You could have.
We was here. You say that word like, oh, hold on.
We had less than a minute.
Threw me for a loop.
Our downfall.
Oh.
Put like that.
All right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We can't do. Oh, I can't say it sometimes.
Gotcha.
But I just feel like we have to be better at picking and choosing our battles, and because it's crazy. What's crazy to me is people always love to say how black people can't unite, black people can't do this, but at the same time when you're still like they use this as an example of black people turn their backs on each other real quick and all that kind of stuff. Like, why ain't you turning your back on another black man? Like, you turn your back on him because he forgave. Dude, like, you doing the same thing you talking against. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's to our downfall. For those who don't know, when we always try to make everything a race issue, and I know I'm gonna get backlash.
Everything ain't. I get out. I don't give a fuck.
But I'm like,
it is what it is.
I don't think this and religion, like, if you don't want to be or not a believer, if you're not a Christian, that's fine. But I don't see how this was an area to attack someone's belief. Yeah. And then if you are a Christian, I really don't see how this was an area that you chose to jump on the fence of. He was wrong. He forgave. Like, that's what we commanded to do. Whether you are in the place to do it or not, or I am in the place to do it or not, or could do it, that's beside the point. This is on him. So
just imagine if that was his way of retaliating. Like, just say, you like, man, can I cook? I don't know if I can. Can I hug her? Can I give her a hug?
And he went stab her.
They say stab because she's probably been hard as hell to get. It's hard as hell to get a whipping inside.
Got in a good headlock or something.
That on. So gave her a few gut checks. Everybody be like,
see,
gave her a few gut checks. Probably did. That was my first time being domestic violence on a woman.
See, no, we're not gonna encourage that. So anyway, that is our show for today.
Whoop the ass.
He don't hit women. Don't listen to him. So that is our show for today. Like I said, we won't be here next week. We're going on a quick hiatus, a short hiatus, a break. We're going on a break.
I know what hiatus means. I knew that word meant.
I wasn't even thinking of you. I was just
a break. Okay. See how you looking? You looking lost.
We going on a break, but we will be back after that, and we will pick up where we left off. Maybe we'll see.
Stay tuned. Never know. we switch up discussions like it ain't shit.
Look, we be here with it.
Like, man, I ain't had questions for that. I had questions for
y'all post about this all week. That don't matter. Follow our flow of the day of. That's when it matters. But anyway, until then, be safe and always, of course,
drop your diamonds.
You gonna do your little sprinkle thing? Bye.